yes, family, to this episode of Manger Noel. We're here with Chef K once again. I hope you guys didn't miss him in Manger Lakai. So, Chef K, what's on the agenda today?
So today's agenda is actually a Christmas menu or Christmas lunch that my grandmother used to do every Christmas. That was just something that, you know, when Christmas comes, stew pork is just, there's a smell of the aroma of this, oh my goodness, I can't even talk about it too much. But I'm going to definitely show you guys how to make it. It's really easy, it's fun to do with the family, especially the kids. And yeah, it's really easy. It's going to be some coleslaw, some stew pork, some veg rice, and some dashing on the side. But dashing, the way she used to dashing after she boiled that. Let me just show you guys and let you guys see how it is. It's going to be amazing, I promise you.
So we're gonna have a real St. Lucian Christmas meal set up for us today.
Yeah.
Stew pork. We're gonna have, you know, it's a really balanced meal. You have
Very
the gram
much so
provisions,
balanced.
you have the rice, you have the salad. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. So now the first step to starting this off, do you start by cooking the meat first?
Yeah. So we cook the pork first. Like she said, she made a good point. We cook the pork first, and for the reason why, because pork takes a little longer to cook. All right, everything else wouldn't take too long. I already have the water boiling to 100 degrees, so that therefore when I put the dashi in it, it's going to be really, it doesn't take time at all to cook. And we also, as you could probably recognize, that our dashi is round. So basically, I shaped it round because it's just something that just to make it look a little more pretty on the plate. And also the edges, we're not going to fry anything. We're going to use the edges and we're going to make them really soft, and probably we're definitely going to make a puree of them. So we got a nice little puree on the plate, nice little bit of sauce, a little bit of on the plate with the dashi in it. So it's going to be fun and interesting, I promise you.
Is that what we're looking at here?
Oh no, this is actually dashi. This is actually the last thing going to be on the plate. This is basically fried dashi. This is the edges of the dashi I cut out, and I just put them together and deep fry them 300 degrees Celsius into the fryer, and yeah.
All right, this pork is gonna take a long time, so we better not waste any time on that.
So first thing we're gonna be using is gonna take our oil. You could use veg oil, olive oil, whichever oil you like. My grandmother used to use veg oil, and that's what we're gonna be using today, all right? So you make sure your pan is really hot, all right? We're gonna pour our oil in, all right? All right, when you see your oil like starting to like have all those wavy incense inside of it, your pan is really hot. So after this, we're gonna take our brown sugar. You wanna hold this brown sugar for me?
Sure.
And I'm gonna have my spoon. I'm gonna just go. So basically, right now we're gonna be making coloring. All right. My grandmother didn't even know how to buy it. She always used to make us. All right. So you just put the sugar in nicely in it.
We're gonna pour all of it.
Pour. I'll tell you when to stop. All right. Put a little more for me. All right. That's enough. All right. We're gonna let it burn out. So this might take at least sometimes 2 to 3, 4 minutes. I mean 2 minutes sometimes or less, all depending on how hot the pan is. So we're gonna let that sit down for a little bit of color right now. And then we're going to get to that afterwards, alright?
Okay, about how many minutes this is going to take?
This might take like 120 seconds, so it wouldn't really take it wouldn't take too long, alright? Honestly speaking. So what we're going to do right now as well, we're going to put our dashi now. This is our dashi, guys. Cut it up nicely, it has water in it. And we're going to take our dashi now, you're going to help me with this one, alright?
Sure.
Alright, so we take our dashi now. We have our water boiling, 200 degrees Celsius. So we're going to drop our dashi. Lovely.
It's all sticky. You see that dashi in?
That is the starch right there.
Starch.
Yeah.
Right, all the way in.
Lovely. Put this to boil for at least sometimes. Now the way we cut it, all depends on how you cut your dashi. If you cut it, the smaller you cut something, the faster you cut it. But always make sure you cut the things make sure you cut them evenly. That's the most important part. Because the evenly you cut it, that means that everything is going to cook together. Alright? So, whilst this going to be coloring and we put the dashi in already, what we're going to do now, we're going to actually work on our slaw. We're going to put that slaw in the fridge, get nice and cold. Alright? So for the slaw, we're going to be taking some onions. So like, roughly, if you want me to give an estimate, probably like 4, all depending on how big you're doing. So the ones we're going to be using right now is not much. So we're going to be doing at least 3, we're going to be 1 tablespoon of it. So basically, just take one nice pinch.
Just like this?
That's a small pinch. I said take a nice
size pinch like this?
Yeah.
Alright, just plop it right in there.
Yeah, just plop it right there.
I'll sprinkle it.
Alright. I'm going to add a little more because she was a little afraid to add a little bit of onion. You know what I'm saying? She's afraid to add the onion. The onion ain't going to hurt us. Sprinkle that onion because
it's going to make us cry.
A little bit. Also, we have some seasoned peppers. We're going to take a pinch of seasoned, like a pinch. Not much of it now. A little pinch for that one. Alright?
There we go.
And a little pinch of garlic. That's a small pinch. Lovely. And then we're going to take some black pepper right over here. A pinch of black pepper. Nice. I'm going to take a pinch of garlic powder. Lovely. I'm also going to be putting a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. It's really, really good, guys. I'm telling you, if you don't have all-purpose in your kitchen, get it right now. It's really good. Take a little pinch of all-purpose seasoning as well.
Is this like adobo or?
Pardon?
Is this adobo? Because I know there's an all-purpose seasoning called adobo.
No, yeah, that is it right there. This is
okay.
It is. I'm just telling you, this is one of the best things to use. And the secret for every coleslaw, do you know what it is?
No, I mean, is it mayo? I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean that's something that have to be there.
Okay.
But to balance out any coleslaw, hold on, let's go watch another. Let's run the pan over there again. Let's check. Okay,
Let's
the pan
see.
is good. It's
All
good
right.
for now. It's almost there. So what we're gonna do right now is, like I said, the secret for it is actually sugar.
Sugar.
This makes.
In coleslaw.
Let me tell you, this is anybody that wants to make a coleslaw. Take a little bit of sugar.
People, we're finding out the chef's secrets to making that perfect coleslaw right now.
If you go anywhere, you're like, oh my god, why is it coleslaw so good? Most definitely the chef has sugar in it. But you can use white sugar, brown sugar, all depending on your purpose. Alright, so I'm going to use some brown sugar. I'm going to take a good amount of pinch of it. I'm going to sprinkle it all over. Alright, just like this.
Is this a special brown sugar? You know, it has this really rich color to it.
No, it's just regular brown sugar you can get anywhere in the world, anywhere, just any regular brown. You can use, like I said, you can use any sugar you like. You can use brown, white. I prefer just using brown sugar.
Alright.
Alright. That's what I raised on, so I just prefer using brown sugar. But you could use any sugar you like specifically.
Stick to what you know.
Stick to what I know.
And what are we adding in here?
Right now we have some mayo. So this is just seasoned mayo. I love to season my mayonnaise. This is lightly seasoned, so it's like, oh my god, we had how many seasoning in it? No, it's really, really light seasoned, alright? So
Chef, you gotta tell us what's the ingredients to this special mayo, Chef.
She's trying to put me on the blast. Alright, so I'm gonna give you something similar to it. It's not, I can't give you my grandmother's recipe. This is that one I can't, sadly.
Of course, it has to stay in the family.
That's
it's a family
But
tradition.
what I would tell is really easy. Take some garlic, add some mayonnaise, black pepper, and you're good to go. You have a really nice garlic aioli. Alright?
I think we're missing a secret ingredient here.
What is the secret ingredient you think we're missing?
In here, you know, you can't tell us your grandma's recipe, so I know there's something hiding in there, but that's okay. We'll find out another time. We're gonna have you again.
So the thing is, actually, what I could tell you, whatever is hiding inside of there, it is not, it's very negative, so it's very low for anybody with allergies, so you don't have to worry about it. But I can't tell you, but it's really good for you, health-wise. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little bit and mix it like this. It's already looks good, my mouth's already watering. So we're gonna take it like this, basically nicely mix it. And this is the consistency you want. You don't want to add too much mayonnaise in your coleslaw. To me, mayonnaise is very strong and very overpowering as well, so I actually don't really use much of it, right?
It has that strong flavor.
Yes. So we're gonna put this on the side.
Are we gonna take a look at our browning?
Yes, so if you come right there, you can see the browning actually starting to develop. Alright, it's starting to develop. What we're gonna do right now is, if you can look at the color of it. And you can take the smell that burn, the sugar burning. Alright? So we're gonna just whisk it. Now you're gonna might get a little bit of sparking, and don't jump, never put your meat hard or never run from hot oil, alright? We're gonna make it worse. This is the consistency you want. This is the dark color you want.
The color, it's very rich.
Exactly. Alright? Alright, we're gonna put that inside of her. Alright? Make sure that I just whisk it. I want to ensure that all the sugar is melted properly.
Right.
Alright? So what we're gonna do right now, this is pork that I have seasoned. Alright? I'm gonna drop this pork inside of this pot. Alright, simple lines like this. Alright?
You know, normally I see a lot of chefs, what they would do is they would saute onions first before they add the meat in.
Nah, you're gonna add all that. I mean, you could have to season, that's when they season it, right? But we're gonna do it, we're doing that traditional old school way. But we're gonna do that nice little coloring. We're gonna get this nice consistency. Alright?
It's already taking a lot of color.
Exactly. Alright? We're gonna take this right like this. Alright? As you can see, the color of it changes right there. Alright? While you do that, we're gonna run and take some beans. We're gonna take some boaden leaves. So this is boaden leaves. Alright?
Boaden, also known as bay leaf.
Bay leaf, right there. Alright, we're going to take some of it. Take like a few of it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is going to seep in there and release that very spicy flavor.
Yeah, it's gonna give that nice richness to it, which I love. This is me, I love it. Alright, now we're gonna add some nice onions in this right there. Alright, some nice onions.
Give that a stir. We're gonna give that a quick
yes,
stir.
Stir it all up. That's it right there.
It's looking good already.
Chef, the best chef. I got the best chef with me, right? All right.
Of course.
We're gonna take a few garlic like this. All right. And of course, guys, we can't forget my grandmother's favorite ingredients: seasoning peppers, local seasoning peppers.
And that's such a staple to our Christmas meals here in St. Lucia.
Exactly.
Like our Christmas season cuisines.
It is.
I mean, without these red peppers, what are you really doing?
I'm telling you. All right. Now I'm gonna take a little. We're gonna wait for it. Basically, as you can, I didn't add any water to it as yet. The reason why is that the meat is actually going to break down the liquids from it. So you're gonna make that sit there for a little while.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna just change covers of it real quick to make it sit there for a little while. Do it work. I'm gonna watch this dashing do it thing. All right. I remember I told you earlier I put some rest of dashing aside. This is it right there. Basically, they're nice and soft for me. All right. We want it to be extremely soft so that later when we use a food processor, that we could just blend it nicely.
So we're making a puree with the dashi.
Yes, so like I say, my grandmother, you couldn't waste nothing in the little kitchen. Not even the end of the carrot at all. Alright? So right now, since we do most of the stuff already, right? We're gonna actually go and then we're gonna be working on our rice. Alright? So what I'm gonna do actually, we're gonna come back with you guys short. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna organize some. We're gonna come together and then we're gonna do some of the rice. The rice is really easy, really flavorful. I promise you it is delightful. Alright?
Well, if you guys can't wait as much as I cannot wait to see what goes into this rice, just be a little patient. We're gonna be back soon. I hope we didn't leave you guys waiting for too long. We're back and we're about to make our rice. I'm very excited. I'm seeing we're gonna have a lot of different ingredients in this rice. It's gonna be a very tasty dish. So, are we gonna be using green peppers in
Yeah,
there?
so like I said, it's a veg rice. Again, my grandmother used to use things that she could have afforded at the time. So obviously we have onions, carrots, peppers, garlic, onions. So again, it is something that whatever you again is vegetables. So whatever vegetables you like. If you like broccoli, if you like cauliflower, if you like squash, if you like zucchini, just add it in it. It's a veg again, all the veg you like. You could go ahead and you can even add nuts in it. But today we're not going to do it. And one of the things I must say is the best rice to use is a
long parboiled rice.
I don't mean the grain. I mean the best way to use rice is how? Is it like a day or you want to do it fresh?
I mean, I rather do it fresh.
Alright, see the thing, you see a lot of us don't understand. You see the best rice is a day age rice. So rice that actually be done the day before is the best rice to fry. Alright? So just letting you guys know as well, so that's the best because it's going to help the grain a little bit it's going to help the grain be like hold better as well to fry, alright? Alright, so what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be adding our margarine. Alright? Okay.
Margarine in the rice. So
Yeah, so our fat today is not going to be oil for the rice. We're going to be using actual butter. Alright, so we're gonna add butter to it.
butter or margarine?
Margarine.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna let the margarine melt out a little bit first. Alright, let it melt out a little bit first.
I'm ready to put the rice in there. We're gonna make some fried rice. And let me tell you, I love fried rice. Fried rice is the best rice. It might not be the most healthy, but
The best.
come on, you can't beat fried rice for nothing.
Alright, you're gonna add our butter to it, make it melt out really nice. We're not gonna add the rice yet. What we're gonna be adding first is our vegetables. So
Oh, so now we're gonna be sauteing something.
yes, now
right?
we're gonna be sauteing this first.
So first, we're gonna add the carrots in
Yes,
there.
add the carrots. Alright.
Woo.
We're gonna add our bell peppers, our onions.
We're gonna add some garlic. I think I got
Yes.
way ahead of you.
Yes, lovely.
You want me to put everything in there?
For this one, no, a pinch. We're not gonna add too much. It's gonna be
All
too
right.
strong. Get a little more. Get us a little bit more. Perfect. All right. Okay, chef. Amazing. That looks amazing. All right. So we're just gonna be just playing with it a little bit, filling it out a little bit, making it. Gonna be sauteing in it to make sure everything that flavor is going to be there. So your rice is going to have a really nice flavor. All right. So we're going to be, just stir this up for me, chef.
Sure.
All right.
Chef Anella is in the kitchen and we're stirring up something very delicious. I mean, let's see. I can try. Give it a little flip.
Hopefully she don't burn herself. So what we do is, right, so the reason why I didn't stir mine is because I want the heat to stay. When you lift up your pan and you see chefs with it, most of the time they don't have to like balance out the heat from it. Right now we want that heat to stay there and cook the rice. So we gotta just whisk it a little bit. Lovely. Now as you can recognize the vegetables are, and you can see the oil is starting to like bubble a little bit, alright? This is good, alright? So now as the rice is bubbling, now we're going to slowly add our rice in. Alright. Now we're going to let the rice stay there for a while. Yeah, okay, she's pounding it.
It's like frozen.
Yeah, so you're going to pound it, you're going to take it a little bit. Okay, I see. Alright. So what I did as well is I freeze my rice. Why? Why did you freeze the rice? Why didn't you just leave it there? When you freeze, once I freeze the rice, what's going to happen is going to have a liquid in it already, so I'm not going to add any more water to it. It's going to have a liquid, a little bit of water that I need to add in it. I like to add in my fried rice. It's just for me, it's just something I like to do. It's going to help it out with that, alright? Just some me thing, alright? So that's why I leave mine frozen.
Alright.
Alright? So, lovely. Alright, so we're going to try a little bit. She's going to, just whisk it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid with it. Turn it around. You want to see those colors. Want to see those colors in it, alright? I want to see those colors in it, alright? Alright, whilst that doing thing right there, we're gonna now basically. Can you take the dry season from me? Can you take the black pepper from me, please, chef?
Here you go, chef.
Alright, lovely. So gonna take a pinch of black pepper, spread it around nice and evenly.
I mean, you guys make this delicious meal. You said this is a family recipe. What do you guys do while you eat this meal on that day?
That day, believe it or not, the men actually do the most cooking that day. My grandmother was a man lady, if you want to say that. She was the boss. So if all the men in the kitchen, that was be the only lady in the kitchen whipping it up. All right. So usually that day, the men usually chop the seasoning the night before because we have a lot of family coming, so we have a lot of seasoning to do. I just remember we used to peel onions for. I didn't like peeling onions because that day it was just a lot of onions to peel, a lot of garlic to peel, and this is all-purpose seasoning, by the way. All right, I'm gonna take a pinch of garlic powder as well. So yeah, we used to do a lot of fun activities like kids used. Well, Christmas was soon, so parents are wrapping the gifts, so everyone's just trying to like peep and see what gifts they have.
Yeah, so much is going on.
So
It's the rush.
It is the rush, literally. Everyone was focused
Christmas
on food.
Eve.
I was focused on what did I get. I've been good. I got good grades. What did I get? You know. So this was the time and the season for me, honestly, which I used to love because it is a time of giving, time of family. It's a time of giving.
It's way too hot.
It's hot. All right.
Yeah,
So my hands a little bit cooked. I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, it's just a time where we used to just give back to each other, and it just was fun. The community used to come together. It was just a really amazing time, honestly. We used to play games. We used to go on the field because we used to play. So we used to go on the field, play soccer, and after we get really hungry again, come back for another snack, and then it was just a really, really nice time. Everyone's off school. Everyone's off work as well. So it was just the season.
The perfect time with families to enjoy.
Yes, family came down from overseas. It was just really, really, really amazing. Honestly.
Yeah, I have a similar experience for Christmas as well. It was very family oriented. So that's the day all my family would come over, and it was a whole rush. You know, we have to have our appetizers. Ooh. Normally we would get a soup, either a callaloo soup, a pea soup, a spinach soup. We would always have like that appetizer. We'd bring family and friends over, and we have our main course, and don't forget dessert. We always have many different desserts, from jello to fruit cake to cheesecake to, you know, regular cake. We had a lot of different things going on that Christmas, and it wouldn't just be like one meat. You know, you have, let's say you have ham, you have pork. No, it would be ham, turkey, pork. It would be a combination of a lot of different things.
Yeah, right, that's me. So we're just going to be checking back on the pork again. As you can see, the pork is getting a nice dark color. We're going to add and take So the same bowl I basically seasoned the pork in. I just added water to it, so I don't want any seasoning to run away. Now we're gonna add a little bit of water to it. Just to dilute it a little bit. Alright, and whilst we pour the water, we're gonna be whisking it. It's very important because you don't want any sugar particles, like I said, that you didn't do properly. And you want that. And it also, if you do too much food coloring, what's gonna happen as well is that it's gonna get bitter. So you have to just be mindful that if it's bitter, all you have to do is add a little more water to it, and you will be fine. Alright, guys. What I'm going to do as well is as I add some more water to it, the seasoning is actually going to drain out. So we're going to take a little more black pepper, chef.
Here you go.
Lovely. Thank you
I don't
very
know
much.
if you've ever had plaited bread on Christmas.
Oh,
that's a staple for breakfast.
Listen, this is the once a year bread you get. Everyone, my mom used to go by a glass or whichever bakery she used to go. I can't remember the name of the bakery specifically. And we used to have that splattered bread with that nice toasted in the oven with a nice little butter. And oh my,
And you gotta put a piece of ham in it too. Ham for breakfast. It's the only time you could really have ham for breakfast. That's not, the little slices, the actual ham. The ham is cooked early in the morning, around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. They get started on the ham. The parents in the house, and that ham is the first thing. It's gonna be on the breakfast menu, and it's gonna be on the lunch menu as well. If by chance there's any more left, it's gonna be on the dinner table as well.
So my family love ham like you, but I wasn't a really ham fan, honestly. I'm a turkey guy. I love me some turkey. My grandmother used to make some juicy. My mom used to make some juicy turkey. My mother, the turkey is fantastic. So we just added a pinch of all-purpose seasoning as well. We're gonna add another pinch of garlic powder in it as well. All right. Some salt. 2 pinches of salt. And I'm gonna add a little turmeric now into our pan with the rice.
Turmeric, and what's this gonna add to that flavor?
It's gonna give it a little bit of a little earthy taste to it, and also it's gonna help give it a nice little color in it as well. You gonna stir it up for me, chef?
Sure.
Lovely.
You get that all mixed up. Get all that frozen rice down. Stir it up. Now it's gonna have this really yellow color now to it that you've added the turmeric.
Yes.
And it's gonna change. Now I see that water coming out, the liquid that you mentioned.
Yes.
That's gonna be in the rice. I can definitely see that coming out right now.
Yeah, so this also is gonna help with it's gonna help the rice cook better. Because as much as we said fried rice, we didn't like our rice to be too crispy. We want it to be sauteed more, not really fried. It's more sauteed. We more used to saute the rice, if I had to be honest with you. But it wasn't really fried, like really crispy on the outside rice. We just used to basically saute it, warm it up. But we will consider it's fried rice. But yeah, it wasn't really fried. We don't like to get crispy. Alright? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna switch my attention back to my pork. Alright. I'm just gonna take I'm gonna take my hand right there and just put a little bit on it right there.
What's it tasting like so far?
See, I don't want to lie to the camera. I need you because people think I'm vain. I'm gonna taste it. Don't worry, you ain't gonna burn your hand. It's cool.
Okay.
Get that boiling instant. All right. So we leave this, cover this back up. Go back to the rice. Oh, look at this color of the rice right now. This is amazing. All right. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I can tell that it's missing a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. I don't have to taste it. Or a little bit of salt. This is a wet thing I do. Alright, so we take a little more pinch of all-purpose seasoning. Sprinkle it around. Alright. And we'll get some salt. Alright. And take this bad boy up and we'll whisk this bad boy one more time. This is now our vegetable fried rice. You recognize everywhere has this seasoning all around it. Alright? Make sure you don't see any white rice because everything is properly seasoned. Alright?
It's very colorful. I mean, I must say, down to the carrots and the green, it's really giving us that Christmas color that we really looking for.
It is. Some people as well, you can use red peppers as well, red and green peppers. Alright, we're going to take this, put this off the fire right now. Alright, and now we're going to get to our dashing right now actually.
Right, we can't forget about our dashing.
You can't forget about the dashing, right? So the dashing is very simple, very easy. We're going to now take a rag right here. Alright, because we don't want to burn our hands now.
No, we already almost did.
Yeah. We're going to take it out and we're going to just strain it. After we strain it, we're going to put it back on the fire. It's going to be really fast and really easy to do, right? Alright.
This dashing seems like it's something that was commonly used in your household. Like you guys typically have dashing in a lot of your meals.
Dashing was like bread in my house. My grandmother and my father, my grandmother from my father's side, they used to do a lot of, how do I say this? They used to do a lot of farming. Alright? So we're going to place the dashing on our board. Alright? We're going to throw out the excess water in it. We're going to use the same container, put it right back there. Take a little bit of oil. We're going to take a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, sorry, not oil. Add this butter, this margarine into the pan like this. Alright. Make this, margarine will not take long to melt because the pan is already hot. That's why I use the same pan. Alright. We're going to be taking a little bit of onions. So this one is just onions and garlic, specifically.
Very simple,
Very
not
simple.
overly seasoned.
No. Alright, onion and garlic. Alright. Then we take our, we're going to stir it up a little bit. I'm going to make sure it's sauteed properly, around it properly. Alright. I'm going to take this bad boy right here, drop in the pan.
That's gonna get crispy. It's gonna fry a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's going to get a little bit, the texture is going to be nice and soft on the inside and really crispy on the outside. Alright. And also we're going to be doing some, we're going to add a little more dry seasoning to it, okay? To make sure it get all that flavor. Would you like to help me out today?
Sure.
Alright. So this one, I want you to eye it out.
Let's see.
Eye it out. Don't be shy with it now. Lovely. Let me just put this on this side.
I'm thinking that's good. I don't want to overly kill it with the seasoning flavor.
Alright, lovely. We're going to take some garlic. I mean some black pepper. Sprinkle some black pepper all around them.
I think they could get a little more.
Yes, they can. Can't go wrong with black pepper now. Alright.
You can never go
Add
wrong
some
with that.
salt. This is for you, chef.
Now the thing with salt, it's a bit tricky because you don't know what type of salt you're using. Some salts are more potent and more powerful than others.
It is.
But since we have the garlic powder,
We use the kosher salt.
okay, since we have the garlic powder, I'm not too worried about the salt content because garlic powder in itself has some salt mixed up in there, so which is good.
Alright, so we're now going to take our spoon and we're just going to make sure it's already sticking at the bottom, which means that it's getting crispy at the bottom already. Alright, you want to play with it a couple times. Alright, alright, just play with it a little bit. Turn it around, so make sure everywhere gets the season properly. Alright.
Is there going to be any Christmas events at On the Rocks?
Yes, we do have a huge, one of the best. I'm not boasting. You see, On the Rocks, we do it big, we do it better, we do it fun, and we treat all our clients like family. Don't be afraid to drink too much. We have taxis on the standby. You give us your location, we drop you in front of your doorsteps, your hotel, your Airbnb, anywhere you need to drop, we'll drop you there. So if you want to come a place, you want to come On the Rocks. At the end of the year, the New Year's, we're going to be having a huge New Year event On the Rocks. Amazing DJs. I'm not going to say the names as yet, but stay tuned on our Instagram page. We're going to have some artists as well. Will pull up as well. It's going to be lit. It's going to be fun. We're going to have party outside the doors, bungles at the doors. You're going to have your chains, your New Year hearts, your balloons. It's going to be lit on the rocks. And we also have, I mean, we might have most likely a best dressing competition. So come to impress.
We want to see all these Mrs. Claus and Mr. Clauses there. If you guys do not know, Chef K is the head chef, the head executive chef here on the rocks. So just a little bit more for you to know about the chef that we have today and his excellent work and what he has done.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I am one of the youngest executive chefs on Ireland, probably in the Caribbean, in fact. But moral say is that the menu for All Year's Night, or should I say end of this year, the New Year's, is not finalized yet. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to have some smoke. We're going to have some nice. I'm not going to spoil out the menu too much, but come to get your stomachs full. Come to drink and have fun. Come to celebrate the New Year's with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your people that love you. Come down on the rocks. We're going to take care of you for sure. So we're going to go and poke on our eyes right here again. Ooh, you see when you want to know when you make a good stew? Is when you can't even see the chicken in the sauce. You see when you make a stew, you can't see the chicken? Because everything is the same color. I guess you can take the smell.
It all blends in all together. That's how you know you make that good pork stew.
I'm telling you. Alright? We're not going to stir it as yet. We're going to get covered a little bit. We're going to be checking on our dashing a little bit, making sure. Alright, so you take it. What I usually do is I take the edge of the spoon. I'm going to show you as well, so you're going to do one as well, okay? It's going to be sticking a little bit at the bottom because it's not on a stick pan, right? So you're going to get a little gentle smudge and you're going to take the spoon and just pass on top of it. So when you feel it gets crispy and nice, that's when you know, alright, you can flip it up, right? So you could try the two right here. So just try to lift it up a little bit.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting sticky. I can definitely feel it. Getting that, and this one here as well. That's how you know, because it's getting very soft and tender. And I can already see the browning, the lining of the dasheen is starting to crisp up. Yes. So right now, this is our time. I know, I'm very sorry, but we do need to take a break. But stay right there, hold on to your spots. We're gonna be right back.
Definitely. See you guys shortly.
Welcome back. Now we're gonna be doing something very different and very special. This is something very unique. We're gonna be processing the dashing in a food processor.
Yes, we're gonna do it. So we actually finished with our first dashing. All right, I'm gonna take this because I don't want to burn my hand at all. All right. So remember I told you that I have dashing on a side dashing pots there. All right. We're gonna be taking this one specifically. So this dashing is overcooked. So that's what we want. We want it to be nice and soft and mushy. Alright. Alright. We might add a little bit of that thickness of the dashing water to it as well. We want to keep that consistency, that starchy consistency. Alright. Alright. Put that back on the fire. Alright, now we're gonna get our margarine. Alright, I'm going to put all of it in. I want it to be nice and fluffy. Alright. We're also going to be taking a little bit of garlic powder. Some turmeric. Just a pinch of turmeric. To get that color. Black pepper. Alright. Some all-purpose seasoning. Which is very, very important for this because it is neutral, which means that it has no kind of flavor right now. So we have to try to get all the seasonings, the dry seasoning, to implement the rest of the flavor. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it, the same water I just used. All right.
We can't let too much of that starch get away.
At all, you can't. All right, I'm gonna take the cover off of my food processor, cover it up, make sure it's ready to rock and roll. I'm just gonna on the switch real quick.
We're ready to rock and roll.
And then we're just gonna mix it up really nice. That's it. Gradually, we're gonna add a little bit of the hot water to it. All right.
And what kind of consistency are we trying to achieve here?
Creamy texture. All right. This is
Wow.
the consistency.
This looks like a pie, you know, I can't even like really put a name to what this is because it's so unique and I've never seen dasheen in this form
So
before.
any boy that ever ate lunch, by the way, we do lunch on the rocks only on Fridays. All right, so guys, we do deliveries in the north of the island. For a group of 5 or more, you get your delivery for free. All right. So what we do on the rocks on lunch on Fridays, that I try my best to use local things that you know that you get in your grandmother's garden, and you know you just get in the market, easy local products, and I make it as gourmet and as fancy or as just different. Especially people that don't like dasheen, when you have that, you will eat dasheen every day. Promise you that. But so I try my best to create simple dishes and give them that little bit of that little zest to it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be taking this puree just now. Well, puree is actually done already. All right, our pork is done already, our rice is done already, and our coleslaw is done already. So it is time to do the plating.
That is the part we've been waiting for because
Right.
Chef K, the way you place your food, it looks very beautiful. It comes together. It looks like a delicacy.
I
So we're
appreciate
gonna
the
try to
compliment.
see what our Christmas delicacy is gonna be looking like today.
No problem. I'm gonna get that rice real quick. All right. So we're gonna just put this right like this. But before I actually do this, I actually made a big mistake. That mistake is me not putting my puree first. All right. Take a spoon of my puree. See this texture that you have? It is just to die for. All right. Put it on a plate like this. And you're gonna do one. I'm gonna do one, you're gonna do one. It's really easy. Everyone like thinks it's really crazy to do, right?
Right.
It's just a zeh. Like that little flick of the wrist. You know what I'm saying? You get a little flick of the wrist, and this is it right there.
That's simple. That's
Really
not
easy
hard
and
at all.
simple.
I was starting to get nervous for a
Nah,
second.
it is really, really easy and simple. Get you your spoon. Alright, here you are.
And we're gonna place that right on the plate.
Whichever one makes you feel comfortable. You could actually go the opposite direction if you like, because it will be better for your flick of the wrist. All depends on how you like.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. It's a start.
It's
getting there. It's getting there. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. This is fried onions. Sprinkle some of our onions on it like this. Alright?
Right.
Some onions on this right there. This is gonna help balance out. This is gonna be amazing, I promise you. How many times I tried it? Never, but we're gonna try it this time again. Alright? It's something that I've been always wanting to try and something that I tried the puree already, but never with the onions. Alright? Alright, so we're gonna be doing an easy plating, alright? Make sure our rice is already come together really nice. We always want that part to be up. Okay? Alright, you're gonna place it. I mean, you get a little bit of rice.
I am loving the colors of the rice.
I appreciate that. And I don't know if you could tell my favorite color.
Yellow.
Alright, that's my favorite color. Alright, so we're gonna be putting a little bit in this right here like this. Alright. And this is it right there. Nicely sorted, nice and simple. So before I even do this, I'm actually just gonna take my cloth. I'm gonna be moving all those rice particles that I have there. Don't be shy. Alright, picking all those rice particles that I have.
Got a little escapee.
Yeah.
Go back to body lay.
I like that one. What I like about this thing, I can just shift it around however I like, honestly speaking. Alright. Again, get my spoon. And just slowly lift it up like this. It's really easy. I'm gonna let you try this one. Don't
Alright.
panic. It's really easy. I'm there with you, alright? I'm gonna shift my stuff on the side to make it easier for you. I got you.
Chef's got this.
I got you.
I've been in the kitchen all these episodes, so I'm confident in doing this.
I'm confident in her as well. This looks, oh, she did it way better than me. Hold on. Okay, chef, I see you. Oh, that looks good. She did it way better than me. I'll give it. She didn't drop a grain of rice outside.
I got a round of applause here. Now let's
Yes.
pack it in.
That helps it. That molds it. So don't be afraid to squeeze it down.
I got 1 grain of rice, 1 straggler
You could
right
just
here.
on the side. That's why I
Okay.
love this mold though. Alright? Put it
Then
back center of your plate. You confident that it's mounted properly? You sure?
I'm confident.
Alright, let's see. Okay, chef.
Voila.
Okay, chef. I see you. I see you.
As the chef say.
Alright. Now we're gonna take our tongs. This is the coleslaw lemon. I'll put it in the fridge so it's nice and chilled. Alright. Alright, it's really easy.
Twist that up, make that look very fancy. You see, your thing is you're all about the display. You're all about how that food you're cooking looks more than anything.
No, honestly, I'm actually concerned about taste. I'm not one of those chefs that want to make it look pretty and it tastes off. I'm very sorry. I love my food to look and taste good. So your turn to try it. You played in yours and I will play mine.
All
You're
right.
doing a good job so far. I mean,
Let's see. I think I want to give mine a little bit of a flair.
okay, you go. It's plating is your imagination. That's what I
Let's
love
see
about plating.
what this one's gonna look like. I want it to kind of look like, you know, when you get that pasta
Ooh, I get what you're
it's
saying.
all stacked together.
Oh, lovely.
That is how I want it to look. And I'm gonna put a couple pieces of carrot on the top
I
You
love
know,
the presentation.
to make it stick up there. And the mayo really helps too with kind of
Yeah, hold it up.
getting that feeling. I'll put 1 right here on the top.
Oh my goodness, this is a professional chef right there. Can I have this please, chef?
Sure, here you
Thank
go.
you. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're not really finished completely yet for our salad. We're gonna take some of our radish that we thinly sliced. All right, so we're gonna take 2 of it. All right, and just place it any way you like. Place it any way you like. So with food, height is very important when it comes to garnishing. Look, oh my, this looks beautiful.
I think I gotta turn it around for you guys to see this
This
side.
looks beautiful. This looks like a butterfly. Good job, chef. Good job.
I learned from the best.
Come
What
on.
can I say? Remember, last time we saw Chef K in Manger La Caille, you know, he did something like this with the fish. He put that vegetable right on top of the fish. So,
All right. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna take mine and put it right, place it right here like this. This is my dashing right here. All right.
I hope we're gonna be using more of that puree.
We definitely are going to be using more of the puree. All right. Place it nice here for you. All right.
Height.
Height is very important when it comes to plating. All right. So now, the star of the show, the protein. The man or the woman of the hour, the protein. All right. Look at this consistency.
Wow,
guys.
the color is the richest part. Like, Chef K, this is absolutely amazing.
I try. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So what I'm going to do, you can try, you can play it how you like it. I like to play with my food. When I mean play for plating, right? So I like to do something and then like see like, okay, does that look good there? Does it look good there? Does it look good there? No, it doesn't look good there. And like I say, it's very important when it comes to food. It's just the height. It's always the height when it comes to food. And I also wanted to get that little bit of that sauce.
That gravy.
That gravy. Just pour down on it like this.
All right. I think I want to try something here. I might try something a little different. Hopefully,
right ahead, chef.
everything doesn't completely collapse with what I'm trying to do. I want to put it on top of the rice instead, but
Right.
very gently because
So
it looks like
When you're doing it, the best way to do it actually
Right.
is always you have to put that while you add it on it. That's when you say it's gonna hold better. But it's too late. It's gonna mash up.
It's
if you
too
do it.
late?
Yeah, try.
Okay.
Just continue doing what you're doing. It might actually work.
let's see if what I'm trying to do here works at all. Don't break apart.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Let's see if we can get that last one
That looks beautiful.
on there. And I'll put a little bit of gravy over the top to give it that color.
That looks beautiful. All right. What I was going to do as well, that's why I told you. So I took my, so I'm going to do starch with starch. So basically, my rice. All right. On top of my rice like this.
Ooh.
Then I'm going to take this bad boy right here.
And sprinkle it right at the top.
Maybe right at the top. But for you, I did something special for you.
Okay.
So this is bread. This is the dashin.
I'm delighted.
This is the dashin I did earlier. Remember I told you I cut around the edges. So I use a mold. So that's the outside of it. So basically you just fry it up and season it really nice. And we're just going to place this bad boy right here for you.
Right on top. We're going to give that king or that queen their crown.
Yes. And for me, I'm going to take mine like this. Put it in the puree. Grab my puree. To make sure it molded properly how I want it so it don't fall. And this is right there, guys.
All right. I think since I want to keep the flavors together, so I think I want to add this puree on top of the dashin, actually. Hopefully it comes out looking good. Let's see. I'll just put a clump up on each of them.
That looks amazing, chef.
All right. Sadly, see, this is the beauty of our Fair Helen right here. Look at this. Very local, very traditional, with a little bit of a flair.
Just a little bit of a flair. Like I say, traditional St. Lucian Creole Day is not about baking, honestly. The only thing we bake in our Creole Day is our ham and our probably ham and turkey.
The fruitcake.
And oh, you can't forget the fruitcake as well. But more what I grew up on and more what I was taught when I was younger is that Christmas is always about things that, like basically stuff that you don't have to go and look at buy supermarket. It's just stuff that family used to bring before. Because our family before used to bring all they had before was dashin, green fig, sweet plantains, green plantains, macaboo, yam, cassava, and this is what our family used to do, and just make a whole bunch of stew. So wild animals like goats, cow, that's when they used to slaughter animals, and they used to make this huge pan with those stew to complement our St. Lucian traditional way. And this is what I did for us today. This is what I did for us with the team, DBS team, which are one of the best, I must say. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Chef K.
So yeah, I just wanted to give something that complements us as St. Lucians. For me to be a proud St. Lucian, we have a Nobel laureate. We have our first gold medalist. So I wanted to use this episode to go with my grandmother, who was a proud St. Lucian, and complemented her flavors and our local dish in one. And this is our traditional Christmas lunch right there, guys.
If this doesn't make you a proud Lucian, I don't know what is. We will meet you guys right back for tasting. Welcome back. This location on the rocks is such a beautiful place. Chef, you're so lucky to be working in such a beautiful environment.
And I'm very much grateful every day for the opportunity. Like I say, it was just meeting the right person at the right time. And he tried my food once, and ever since he's like, bro, I'm going to invest in you, and I'm going to make you help your dream come true. And he just what he did, and from there I just took it, and I just took
Not very surprising looking at what we have here today. Look at the colors, look at the formation. This is a beautiful, delightful Christmas meal we have here today. Thank you so much, Chef K, for delighting us with this meal.
try.
And we also pairing it up here with some sorrel juice, which is a very Christmassy drink to have here in St. Lucia.
It's really good, actually.
It's amazing.
Try.
So, why wait? Let's dive in, because I know you guys are as hungry as I am seeing this get put together.
All right. We're actually going to just try the puree first. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to try that with a piece of dasheen. Just give us 5 minutes, please. Yes, yes. Okay, thank you so much for letting us know. This is such a lovely meal. The puree tastes amazing. It's the seasoning, the flavor of this, I love it.
The coleslaw is just brilliant as well.
The crunchy shell of the dasheen, you know how we sauteed that dasheen and we fried it to get that soft inside and that crispy outside. It's really showing right now, and trust me, if you're not a typical dasheen eater, try this recipe and it will just blow your mind away. Try that fried rice. This is close to the most tasty rice I have ever had in my life.
I appreciate
The
that.
flavors here are incredible. And let's not forget the man or woman of the hour, the pork. Try to put a little bit of puree. This is so well done. It just melts right in my mouth. And that browning, you know, you made it from scratch and it tastes like something that might be store-bought, something that might be produced in a factory.
I don't think it's coleslaw. I need to get your reaction. This is the first time eating sugar, coleslaw with sugar. Let's get a reaction, honestly.
I'm gonna be needing this spicy mayo recipe that Chef K has, because this coleslaw, there's something in it that's just very unique and desirable that you just don't get anywhere else. Thank you so much, Chef, for preparing this for us and joining us here today.
Thank you for the opportunity, again, for me to be showing people the behind the scenes of the hard work of it and also the outcome of it. And again, the main reason why, again, I became a chef was just because my grandmother always wanted to do what I'm doing right now. She had a chance to do it because she had kids, and she put her future aside for her kids and for her grandkids. So I took the opportunity for me to just do something. That just remind her, get that back to her, and also it's just this feeling that you get when you give someone your food, and they just smile. And that again is what drives me every day for me to do what I'm doing. So again, I appreciate the team of DBSA. Just give me the chance that you gave me today. So thank you again.
And you really put your grandmother's energy into this, and we really are getting that heritage, and that's really St. Lucian Christmas flavor. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with us this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching us put this together, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Manger Noel.
Bye, guys.